Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review. There's another paid request for Jonathan Lindsey. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, topic reaction, review, randomness, out of the blueness, re-review, commentary, whatever, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now this is for another episode, well, two-parter of Batman the Animated Series, which is the creation of Two-Face. Now, I liked it. Of the few that I've seen, there's some that I'm like, I'm not sure if it needed to be two-parter. This one actually I thought did a better job than others did, because number one, it's interesting to have Richard Mall, who was in the TV show Night Court. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in the 80s film House. And like I say, he's been in a lot of stuff. You look up Richard Mall, M-O-L-L. And like I said, it's nice to have him be the voice of Harvey Dent / Two-Face. I thought they did a nice job where the first part is introducing us again to Harvey Dent, who he is, and more importantly, what he's going through, that he's having these sort of psychological breaks, mainly because of his anger. And he has these nightmares, and he's with this beautiful lady, and he's doing well successfully, and he's friends with Bruce Wayne, but he even goes to a psychologist, and he has these angry bursts where he becomes a different person, a much harsher person. Meanwhile, this bad guy named Thorn, I recognize the voice, and it's actually John Vernon. If you don't know who John Vernon is, he was in Savage Streets. He said the immortal line, "Go fucking iceberg." He was also in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He was in a film called Blue Monkey. Like, John Vernon's been in quite a few films. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, it's nice, like, the variety of voice actors that they got for this show. And he finds out about Harvey Dent and say, well, I'm going to expose the truth about you, that you're not quite as crystal clear, perfect, and shining brightly as you want the public to think. So, pretty much, I'm trying to think if he pretty much threatens him, and he wants to, because pretty much Thorn wants to either buy Harvey off, or hey, you come work for me, or this file will get to the press and all that. And is that all talk? There's a bit of action. There's a fun action scene near the beginning, mainly with the way the decision they had where this raid is happening, and you have all these bad guys in, but we see it from their point of view. So like Batman, most of it is Batman like throwing people out of the window and then throwing them back in, or throwing them out of the door. And I just made it sort of an interesting, different perspective to see that type of fight. And also, I thought they did a decent job developing the Two-Face character, slightly more so than they did in the movies. Like Batman Forever, they didn't really do much with Two-Face, like Tom Lee Jones' character, and story and development. They did a much better job here, because you do feel for this character. Like, he wants to do the right thing, he's nice to people. See, that's one of the, I like the two-parter with Clayface, but that's one of the issues I had was in the first part, they made Clayface, who was an actor, voiced by Ron Perlman. That was cool, but he's so unlikable from minute one that I don't really feel sorry for him for when he turns. I mean, I like the two-part, but that's one of the issues I had, is you try to create this tragic backstory, but minute one, he seems like such a prick. Not the case here. Like, you do tear for him, and then like when a bad guy hits mud at him, he snaps and wants to choke the shit out of him, punch him. But then, hey, what are you doing? And he snaps out of it, and he's apologetic. And again, he's very afraid when he goes to the psychologist. So, making the character vulnerable. And he's not treating the love of his life like shit. He's not treating, Bruce Wayne like shit. Okay, there's decency within this person. So that when things happen, then you feel a bit more bad for it. Action scene at the end, which results into his face getting fucked up. Now, I don't know if this was an ode to the 89 Batman. Maybe not, but because there's a scene where gets the bandages off. He's like, give me the mirror. That makes me think of Jack Nicholson's Joker. The mirror. Maybe not. Maybe I'm looking a bit too much into it, but I'm just thinking, Batman 89, Joker did that here. Same thing. And then when he sees how fucked up he is and his wife faints, he fucking bails out, and then to be continued. And that gets to the part 2, which I didn't realize that between that episode and this episode, it's been 6 months. I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is a big jump. But I guess they did that to establish that by this point now, Two-Face, as he's known, has been causing a lot of ruckus. He's been fucking up John Vernon's, all of his establishments, robbing them. He has these 2 goons and taking a bunch of shit. And pretty much all of his decisions, he's always with the coin. Like a criminal's going to take a ring. That's not part of the plan. Flips the coin, lands a certain way. Okay, don't take it. But boss, I said don't take it. Let's go. And they do a nice job of establishing that this coin is so central to his personality, his thought process, that he literally cannot make a decision without this coin. And also it's interesting that you do get the sense of Batman, Bruce Wayne, caring that this is his friend, and even he has a nightmare where Harvey's like, you didn't save me, and then leads to his parents, why didn't you save us, Bruce? Which is some nice bit of seriousness for a cartoon, but that's what this cartoon was known for. Not only for its stellar animation, not only for its interesting mix of 1930s aesthetic, but it's still modern. Batman being able to punch people, unlike Spider-Man in the 90s animation, that cartoon. He can't punch people, because Batman's more fantasy. And a guy bit by radioactive spiders, not fantasy. I don't fucking get it, but either way, the ratings board, Spider-Man cannot punch, but Batman can. Okay. Because yes, you do want your hero to punch someone once in a fucking while. Case in point, hey, Marvel Spider-Man movies, let Spider-Man punch someone. It is okay to punch. Just saying. But the actions work for what they have to be. And like I said, the animation, the music, especially Dede Elfman's theme, but then Shirley Walker, among other composers, but it was mainly her, and I mentioned before, she had worked in another video that she had worked with people like John Carpenter. She helped do the score for Steve from LA, which I think is a very solid score, and she's done other work too. I don't think I think she has passed away, sadly, but it's a very good score. Like, it's all these elements why so many people consider Batman the Animated Series such a classic cartoon. One of the better, not only better interpretations of Batman, but of just cartoons in general. That yes, it's for kids, but you're not looking down at them. You're not making them seem like they're fucking idiots. It's still a cartoon, but it's like, yeah, kids can handle this. They're not more, well, some are, but there's a lot of kids who aren't, and they can deal with it. And I do like that the decision of Harvey Dent's wife being very supportive. Being very supportive, and that helps with the finale of the second episode. And just sweet. It's just sweet that that she tears for him and loves him despite his deficiencies. And I just found that rather sweet. Which fits well with the ending. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it. The ending. Batman uses his brain, flips all these coins. He can't find the right coin. I can't decide without the coin. He breaks down. The bad guys are arrested. Harvey's taken away with his wife is helping him. Commissioner Gordon is like, do you think he'll ever be fixed? I don't know. When there's love, there's hope. And then Batman even flips a coin to his fountain. But a little luck, that won't hurt either. I thought this was a nice little ending, nice little period to the proceedings. And overall, I did not really have many issues with this two-parter. Like I said, they made Harvey Dent likable enough so that when the event happened, you felt sorry for him. Richard Mall, I grew up with that actor in various projects. He had bit roles and, National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1, he had a cameo in there. He had, let's say, he was in this 80s film called House. Of course, TV show Night Court. As well as plentiful other roles. So, again, nice that he voiced the character. I like the look, the design of Two-Face. Fairly well done. Nice animation. Yeah, I don't really have many issues with it. I thought it was a well-told two-parter. And shows you, hey, this is what you could do with a cartoon. So, yeah. Did not mind it at all. I definitely liked it more than the Poison Ivy one, which I didn't care for. I would say I liked it more than the Clayface one. The Clayface, I liked the monster, the design, Ron Perlman's voice acting. That was one where I'm like, I don't think it needs to be a two-parter. I think it could be one part and, make the character a bit more likable before his turn. The two-part was more understandable. And overall, yeah, I liked it. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.